Hello everyone, this is Kathy from Train Up a Child Homeschooling. Welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to be showing you what I am going to be doing for kindergarten for the 2022 to 2023 school year. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and get started. I'm going to start with math. Now, like I said, in my second grade curriculum choices, we are sticking with BJU math. This is the math curriculum that we've been using for the past 3 years, and we're very happy with it. So we're going to continue to use it for this upcoming school year. My daughter did BJU math K5, so I'm very familiar with it, and now I'm going to be doing it with my son. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and show you the teacher's edition. This teacher's edition comes with a CD, which I don't happen to have here. It's somewhere in my home, I'm sure. And the teacher CD, it will have like principles, it would have extra activities, visuals, and things that you can implement with the lesson. So this is what the lesson looks like. Over here, you will have your objectives. Let me see if I can zoom it in. Okay. Here you have your objectives. Here you have the teacher materials that you need to gather. Here are the materials for your students. Now, this particular curriculum does come with manipulatives, okay? And I did show that in the second grade curriculum, the video. So I'm going to link that on the description box below. All the manipulatives are flat. So they're very easy to store, like in a just a regular folder. You can put it inside a sheet protector. So that's one of the things I really liked about this curriculum, because I don't have that much space to be storing big bulky math manipulatives. So I did appreciate that theirs are flat. They come in a very nice cardstock. They're very durable. I've used them for 3 years, and they've been just fine. So you will be gathering manipulatives for the lesson. Now you can opt out and not use the manipulatives, but it's good to know that if you did want to use it, you can. And then here it'll go on and tell you the lesson. The blue is what you will read. So it does have a script. You don't need to follow the script, but it is helpful to have it, especially for those moms that like to read scripts like me. So it has a script, and then the pink is what the student should answer. And then it goes on with the lesson. And in the beginning, there will always be a review. Now, this is lesson number 1, so there's no review. But as you go on with the lessons, there's always going to be a review before you actually start the lesson, okay? And also, I would like to make it know that this is spiral learning, and it's also a Christian curriculum. So it does implement the Bible. It implements like, good morals and things like that. In the teacher's edition, you would also have a picture of the worksheets that your student will be doing, and it'll also have the answers already here for you. So this is the lesson. You'll continue with the lesson, and then here it'll tell you to do work text pages 1 to 2, which will be these 2. And then it continues the same. So now that this is lesson number 2, it does have a practice and review. So you're going to be doing review in the beginning of the lesson. And then also you're going to be noticing here that on the worksheet, the students also have additional review to do. Okay, so the same thing, the objective, the teacher materials, the student materials, these are all things that you need to gather before the lesson starts, of course. And then teach for understanding would be the lesson. And then, like I said, the black is what you do, the blue is what you say, the pink is what the answer should be. And then that's how it is. Now, I really love the lesson plans. I know that there are some moms that get this curriculum without the teacher's edition, and that's fine. You could do that. But I like the lesson plan because it tells you exactly how to teach the concept. Now, for K5, I mean, you could go on without having to use the lesson plan. But in K5, we do talk about certain concepts that maybe I wouldn't know exactly how to explain to my child in a simple way. And then the manipulatives also play a very helpful role in, so the child can visualize the math concept. And then that's what the teacher's edition looks like. And then it's the workbook. Okay, now this, I'm not going to be showing you the very first few pages because I've already ripped some of them out and put them in my kids' monthly binder. I'm doing a monthly binder this time. So I don't have the very first few pages, but this is chapter 3, lesson 18, just to let you know. But it starts very gentle, and then it just progresses. First, we start off by reviewing the numbers, which of course, kindergarten should know at least their numbers 1 through 10 by now. And then we start reviewing some shapes. I wouldn't say, well, I do think that BJU definitely goes more gentle than, let's say, Horizons Math or Rebecca, but it's not like it's a slow math. It does pick up. Here we're talking about time. Okay, you see here we're doing review. Here we're going on to numbers over 20. Time to review, so we're always reviewing. Okay, it is not mastery, it is spiral, but it's definitely a more gentle spiral than other spiral curriculums like Horizons and Abeka. So here we're already going into addition, days of the week. See here we have count the Bibles, and also in the teacher's edition, sometimes it'll have a little Bible story for you guys, for the mother or the teacher to read to the student. Here we're talking about calendars, more addition. We're getting into money already, okay? Lesson 79. We're already doing money. Okay. More addition. We're getting into fractions. So you see, I don't think it's a very gentle math. I think it's average, I think it's just an average pace math. It's not too fast. It's not too slow. Of course, in the beginning, it is kindergarten. So we have to do some review just in case the kindergarten student doesn't know these things already. So here we're already doing subtraction here. We're doing more fractions and so on. So we're very happy with BJU. I'm going to continue to use this curriculum for this year. Okay, now we're going to get into reading. Now this is what I taught. This is what I used to teach my daughter how to read. And she's an excellent reader. So my son already started doing this. So we're already more than halfway through. I'm not going to be showing you the activity book. This is the teacher's manual. It does come with an activity book, but I'm not going to be showing that to you because I've already, like I said, I rip out my pages and I put them in a binder. So it's very messy. So I don't have like a book that's really intact for me to show you, but I am going to give you a quick little flip through of the teacher's edition. This particular curriculum comes with index cards, which it'll show you a quick picture of them here. Let's see here. And it also comes with letter tiles, which would be these letter tiles that you see here. And then they're magnetic, and you would put them in a dry erase board, or you can also get the app. If you get the app, then you don't need to have the physical letter tiles with you. Now, as I've used this curriculum with my daughter, and I'm using it with my son. Now, by now, I've already come to the fact that I don't need to use these tiles at all. So we just use a dry erase board with a dry erase marker, and that's it, because I don't feel like buying the app, and I also don't feel like taking out those tiles. So it's not like I don't have a dry erase board already set up in my living room. So I would constantly have to take them out. And I was just like, you know what? No. We can just write these letters in just a dry erase board. It's not, you don't have to write every letter. You just write whatever word it is that your child is going to practice for that day. Now, this is what the index cards look like, and I do apologize that I'm not going to show them to you, but they're just regular index cards. The ones in green are the words, and then the ones in yellow are the phonogram cards. You can also get a reading review box, which is like this, to hold the cards, or you can get a regular index card holder. And then this will be the divider cards. Now, this is what you would be getting if you get the deluxe kit from the All About Reading website, okay? And then, like I said, here is the app that you can use with these letter tiles. A lot of kids who are kinesthetic in their type of learning, they really enjoy having these tiles. Also, those kids that are dyslexic, I've also heard that they really enjoy this curriculum because of the hands-on approach with the letter tiles, and also a lot of the activities in the curriculum are cut and paste, and they're hands-on. So a lot of people that have kinesthetic learners, they really like that about this curriculum. Okay, so then we continue, and then this will be lesson number 1. Now, this is something that you can look over before you start the lesson, but I know this may seem like a lot. In the beginning, it may feel that way, but after you get the hang of it, you don't really read this at all unless it's something that you're not familiar with, like something complicated or something like that. And then here we have, it continues to talk about what you're going to be reviewing with your child. And this is what you're actually this is the actual lesson. So here it tells you exactly what you're going to say. All the things that are between the apostrophe is what you're going to say. And then it'll also have, in italics, it'll have the answer for you. And it'll tell you exactly what cards to use for that particular lesson. And in the beginning, it'll also tell you what to grab. Phonogram cards 1 to 4, word cards 1 to 3. And it also tell you what activity page to use from the activity book, page 9. And then it tells you exactly what to do, what to say. And I love that so much because it's a very open and go approach to reading. Now, I've never taught a child how to read prior me teaching my daughter, so I really enjoyed this because this teaches me how to teach my daughter. I just follow it, I say the script, she tells me the answer, I make sure she tells me the right answer, and I just continue with the lesson word by word. And it taught my child how to read. And with this, my son is already reading. He's only 4 years old. But he's already reading. We're already more than halfway through the book. So I know that once we finish this book, we're going to go into all of our reading level 2. And he's going to start that in kindergarten, probably in the middle of the year. And then this will be lesson 2. Okay, again, everything that's inside this colored part here, this is just something for you to read to yourself if you want to. It just gives you a lot of tips, a lot of ideas that you can do. You know, it's there to help you. And then it tells you that you're going to be reviewing. So all these cards that you pull out, these are going to be going into your index card holder, and you're going to be putting them behind review until your kid masters it. And every time you start a new lesson, you're going to be reviewing those cards. You don't have to review them all. You can choose which ones you would like to review. Okay. Also, here it'll have a picture of the activity page you will be doing for that particular lesson. And then here, on lesson number 3, you'll start reading your very first story. Now I'm going to skip to the back. In the back, it has a lot of fun ideas to do, like for hands-on reading. Tips and activities for using the practice sheet. So the practice sheets are pretty much one of the papers, one of the pages in the activity book that just has a lot of words for your child to read. So they give you ideas on how to make that more fun. So here it tells you different little games that you can do with your child. It tells you how to do it. The same thing here. And it also gives you some consumables, or actually not consumables, some pages that you can print. Reproducibles, that's actually the word I was looking for. And that way you can use them, many times, to go over different words and over different lessons, just to make it more fun, more hands-on. Now, I didn't actually go to the back and do this. I would just follow the lesson and go to the activity book, and that's it. That was good enough for my child. But if you wanted to make it more fun, just, change things up a bit, it gives you a tons of ideas here on how to do that. Now, I'm going to be showing you the readers. This comes with 3 readers, as you can see them here. I do recommend that if you think, that you cannot afford this particular curriculum, I do recommend that you can go on a Facebook group or eBay, and you can try to find it used, so that way you can save some money. This will be the very first reader, and this is the first story that your child's going to be reading. And by the way, in the first reader, there are 20 stories, okay? So that's a whole lot of stories in just the very first reader. So the first story is called BAM. So it's very simple. Just CVC words. Very simple. Well, this is level 1, so it should be simple. And then it continues. And then it progresses. This is more like a little bit before the middle of the book. Okay, we're still doing CVC words here. Here we're already including the Q, quit. Okay, and so on. This is the second reader. So this will be like level 2, volume 2. And this particular reader has 18 stories. This will be the very first story for this particular reader. Okay, so you can see that it's progressed quite a bit. Held, wrapped. So we already have some consonant teams, how all of our reading likes to call it, consonant teams. I know Becca, I think, likes to call this special sounds. You know, different curriculums have different names for it. It can be a little confusing sometimes. Okay. I did enjoy the stories in this particular curriculum. I thought they were very cute. And the illustrations are very nice. Okay. So you see here, it's definitely quite more advanced now. And this is only the second reader, still level 1. But I'm telling you, this curriculum has been amazing in teaching my child how to read. It has been absolutely amazing. This is the last reader for level 1, reader number 3. And this one has 14 stories. Okay. Now there's tons of reviews and videos about all of our readings. So if you want to, you know, watch other moms talk about this, there's tons of these videos. And this will be the very last story in this particular reader. Okay. So that's what we're going to be doing for reading this one, and then we're going to go on to level 2. For handwriting, I have been using this, and we're still not done with it, so we're going to finish it, of course. It's a reason for handwriting. It is a Christian curriculum, as you can see. And it includes scripture. Like I said, I don't have a lot of these pages. I have ripped them up. So this would be one day. This would be one day, one day, one day. Okay. So your child is going to be tracing and writing some of these words. And then these words are actually included in the verse that they're going to be tracing at the end of the week. Okay. And then it just continues on just like that. And then on day 5, your child is actually supposed to write the same verse that they wrote on day 4. They're supposed to do it here. This is like, they call it the border sheets for weekly sharing. So it's just a bunch of different pages with, you know, lines for your child to write the verse and then give it to somebody, or just leave it there. I mean, it's up to you. And that's what they're supposed to be doing on day 5. Okay, and that's pretty much how it is. So we're almost done with this one, and then when we are finished with this one, he's gonna go into the Good and the Beautiful level 1 handwriting. Okay, and this is what that looks like. Now my daughter, she started this curriculum when she was in kindergarten, but we didn't finish it, so I'm just gonna finish it with my son. I don't like to waste, you know, I like to reuse. So if I didn't finish it with her, I'm just gonna do it now with him, and that's fine. So that's what that looks like. And I bought this online, the PDF, and I just printed it. I think I went to an Office Depot and I printed it. Okay, so that's what that looks like. Okay, and then now I'm gonna cover the group subjects that we're gonna be doing. So this is the Story of the World reader, the history reader. You may want to check out my grade 2. I do talk about this one there as well. Maybe I have mentioned things in that one that I'm probably not going to mention in this one because, I might forget. And this is the activity book. I got this used, so I definitely recommend that if you want to save some money, try to get these curriculums used. Okay. This is the introduction. This would be what the lesson would be. It tells you what pages to read. And then it also gives you some cross references if you want to get these books from the library or something like that. And then they would complement the lesson. And it also gives you some questions for understanding. And it also gives you additional read alouds to do if you wish to. And then there's always some type of activity. There's always some type of activity that goes along with the lesson. See here, there's a writing craft project, activity, a dirty dig, another writing craft activity, and then there's the reproducible page that you will be printing out and doing with your child. Okay. This is chapter 1. The same thing, cross references. It asks you to review questions. It continues on with, more questions, to make sure that they are comprehending what you're reading. And then it also has additional suggested read alouds to do with your child that you can get from the library or you can purchase yourself. And then there's a lot of map work. This curriculum does have a lot of map work, which is good. So they're going to be learning some geography. And then there's the activity projects here. Activity projects and the map work. And that's just pretty much how almost every lesson looks like. There's a lot of coloring pages here. A lot of moms have the child color the pages while they read. I know a lot of moms have said that this is not a Christian curriculum. It's not very heavy on Christianity. It does talk about Jesus. So it does talk about Jesus. It does talk about Christianity, but it's not like a history from a Christian worldview. It's not like that. So I know there's some other history curriculums that they're very heavy on a Christian worldview. This one's not like that. It does cover, it covers the Jewish people. It does talk about Christianity and Jesus and the Israelites, but it's not from like a Christian worldview. Here we have a Joseph comic that your child would be reading and coloring. Potiphar's wife. I mean, this is definitely more Christian than a secular history curriculum, that's for sure. It talks more about Jesus and the Bible more than a secular history curriculum. It's just not very heavy on that particular topic, or worldview, should I say. So that's pretty much what that looks like. Okay. Oops. Okay. And then for another one of our group subjects, we're going to be doing Bible with BJU. I'm going to, like I said, I have gone more in depth on my second grade curriculum video, so I'll make sure to link that, like I said, so that way you can get a better understanding about this curriculum. I'm just going to do a little quick flip through. I did get this one. This is meant for grade 1, but I got grade 1 because my daughter's in grade 2. My son will be in kindergarten, so I just got something in between. And that's something good to know, like if you want to do, because sometimes a lot of these curriculums, they don't come like, like some other curriculums are, like let's say a history or like some geography curriculums you can cover with a broad range of ages. But like if your child is, they're not too many years apart, your children, then you can just try to get a curriculum that's in between them. Like let's say if you have a second grader and you have a sixth grader, then maybe you can get something that's for third grade or for fourth grade, and then use that as a group subject. So just an idea, because BJU doesn't offer like group subjects. You know, other curriculums are like meant for particular grades. They don't have a curriculum that's like, oh, this is geared for grades 1 through 4. No, they don't have that. But, you know, since my children are not too far apart, I can, you know, I can work around that. Okay, and then in the back, there's some hymns that you're going to be going over with your child. This curriculum does come also with a CD to listen to the hymns. And then this is the teacher's edition, which would have the lesson and the Bible story and the scripture memorization and all that stuff. Okay, so it has the materials here. Oops, sorry. It has the materials, the hymn, the memory verse, which you're going to cover for a few lessons. This particular lesson has some action rhymes, which is optional. Everything here is optional, really, since you're the one in charge. And then it has the Bible account, and it has the Bible story. You can either read this or you can read it directly from the Bible, and it'll have the verses here. And then this is the page that they're going to be doing from their work textbook that I just showed you, and it already has the answers. So this is what we're going to be doing for Bible this year. This is our first time doing Bible with BJU. So we're very excited about that. This curriculum also comes with a CD on the back. And there's more stuff here that you can print out to use with the lesson. And it also comes with visuals that you can either purchase or print out from the CD. Okay, and last but not least, this is a devotional that I'm going to be doing with my kids. It is from Not Consumed Ministries. I went ahead and got the PDF version, so I printed it out myself. And this is regarding learning to love your sibling God's way. So I thought that this was a great devotional to start the year with. So we're going to be doing this together. This is geared for ages 4 to 7, I believe. And they do have different age groups. So it has about 20 lessons. Okay. So you would do a lesson a day, or like me, I'm going to be doing 2 lessons every week. And Not Consumed Ministries also has other devotionals available on their website. So we are probably going to do some of the other ones as well. They have one about being content. They have one about prayer. And I love how they have it set up and they split it into age groups. So like, let's say you have a younger child or you have an older child. They already have split it already into different age groups. So that's great. Okay, so that's what we're going to be doing for devotional time. So that was it, guys. This was my curriculum choices for this upcoming school year for kindergarten. I hope that you enjoyed this video. If you did, please hit the like button and also subscribe to my channel. I do have other videos like this one. Okay, God bless you.